Hi, welcome to this video on decodingchessresults.com. So in this video, we will check the format of the chess tournament results that is published in chessresults.com. If you're checking any results of the chess tournaments of top players, top tournaments, or even some of the tournaments that you have played, normally you will end up at this website. Why most of the results end up in this website is because there is a software called Swiss Manager, and that is used by many of the organizers in conducting the tournaments and say pairing, tracking the scores and all. And finally, they upload the results to chessresults.com. This software seems to be pretty old. It's in use since 1986, and they upload the results to justresults.com. This is the typical page of one of the player in any tournament, which gives the details of the performance of a player. If you see, it will have a starting rank and rank. Starting rank is like a seeding, the ranking of the player at the beginning of the tournament, and the rank indicates the final standing of the player after the tournament. And performance rating is kind of indicates the performance based on the opponents played and their ratings. It kind of indicates the players rating from the point of view of the performance in the tournament, which indirectly affects the rating of the player after finishing the tournament. Points indicate the total number of points the player has scored in the tournament, and the below table indicates the details of the all the rounds for the player, which like has first two columns indicating the rounds, where each row indicates one of the round, and the second column indicates the board in which the player has played, and in each row you will also see the name of the opponent in that corresponding round, along with FIDE title if the player has any title, and their rating, and the federation which indicates the country they associated with. And the last two columns indicate the total points the player has scored at the end of the tournament, and the result of the player against that opponent in that particular round. Note that the comma between the digits in the points should be read as the decimal point. Like it should be 5.5 and not 5 comma. And the result column has two components. One will be SW and the other one is kind of digit, mostly 0, 1 and half. So second one indicates the score, like the result for the player in that round, like maybe like loss indicates 0, win 1 and draw half. Whereas the first component indicates SRW, which is for whether the player has played with black pieces or white pieces. So here black pieces does not use B, instead it uses S, and our W for white. That is because of the starting letter of the German words for black and white. And the result can also have a value like 1K or 0K, where 0 and 1 indicates the score the player has scored in that round, and K mostly indicates a walkover. And the details can also have the FIDE ID if the player has a FIDE ID, and FIDE rating change that can happen at the end of the tournament based on the performance of the player in that tournament. A rounds details page will list all the players and also the total points they scored at the end of each round. And also there will be various tie break points that based on what kind of tie break algorithms the organizers have used. The Swiss Manager manual has pretty details about various kinds of tie breaks that can be used. So we mostly end up at this website to check the results of various tournaments. And we don't get details like for each player, what are the tournaments they have played or even the games they have played. For those information, at least for the top tournaments, top players, we can check chess games, chess or 365chess.com, or you can even buy the mega database from chessbase.com. Hope this was useful.